regarding the pig's 5-box update, when we implemented this, we added another alteration to the key system which was not announced. We didn't wish to call attention to it due to its complexity, but in light of the community response to the 5-box update, we'd like to clarify that pig's update in the release is not a nerf. At the start of a match, the pig begins with 3 searches per trap. Yeah? Or 12 searches in a normal game. Well, maximum of 12 searches in a normal game. Each time she places a trap, a number of the remaining searches is chosen from 1 to 4. This is how many searches it will take the survivor to remove the trap. Okay, so it's not based on where the key is, it's based on searches. Each time she places a trap, a number of the remaining searches is chosen, because you have 1 to 12 maximum. This is how many searches it will take. It's not based on what fucking box it is, obviously, because now there's 5 of them. If all 4 traps are removed, it is guaranteed that all 12 searches will be used. What? So you can... Huh, okay. That is a buff. They have buffed her. There is only... Wait. So how many possibilities... If all 4 traps are removed... Although there is a possibility that you have 4, 5, or 6 traps. If all 4 traps are removed, it is guaranteed that all 12 searches will be used. We could have the following possible numbers: 2, 2, 4, 4. How many 1s can you squeeze in there? How many 1s could you squeeze in possibly then? If there's, can someone do this math for me? You got 4 boxes, and there has to be a maximum of 12 searches. How many 1s can you get in there? 4, 1, 11. You can have 1, 1. No, there's no such thing as 5. There's only a maximum of 4. So I'd like to figure out how many possibilities of 1 boxes you could get in there, or 1 searches. What it's saying is that there is a maximum of 12 searches that you will get if there are 4 traps, right? Because there's 4 boxes, it says that there will always... Oh, actually, hold on, that doesn't make complete sense. It says that if you have 4 traps, there is a maximum of 12 searches that you will have in the algorithm, right? So if you put on 3 traps... Oh, if you put on 4 traps, then all 12 of those searches have to be used up, is what it's saying. So what I'm asking is, and I don't understand maths very well, so I'm 100% trying to make this as clear as possible. If there is a maximum of 12 searches available, and there's 4 traps that you can put on, how many possible combinations are there where there's is there a combination of those 12 where someone can take off their box on the first try more than once? In the event that add-ons adjust the number of traps, so is adjusted the number of searches. So if Amanda's letter, she has 2 traps and 6 searches. Interesting. So with Amanda's letter, 1 person is guaranteed... Wait, what? So in regards to Amanda's letter, what does that mean? That means someone can't get their trap off first try of Amanda's letter. That means it's physically not possible for someone to get their trap off first try. Oh, I almost made that if I didn't stutter. Whoops. What are you fucking doing, bro? I'm trying to fucking figure out the maths. Trying to figure out the fucking maths, Jill. That's what that means. There is no situation where with 2 traps, a 1 if you have 2 traps and it has to equal 6 searches, then a 1 does not fit in there, boys. A 1 does not fit in there. With a 4, that makes 5. So the minimum searches you can have is 2. Oh my god, we've got all the traps active too. That is intriguing. So it is 3, 6, 9, 12. It is 3 searches per... Each trap adds 3 searches to the ultimate search. So if you have 6 boxes... 6, 12, 18. you have 18 maximum searches. So, again, figure that one out. How many possible one search boxes can you get in there? I don't know. This will probably be a video so the people in the comments can tell me as well. If you have 6 traps, and each trap is worth 3 searches on the maximum searches that has to be reached, how many, if there's 6 traps, and there's 5 boxes, how many, and you have to reach 6, 12, 18 total searches, how many one searches can you get in there? I don't know. I don't understand. Does it say anything about the minimum? Yeah, each trap is worth 3. Yeah, there has to be 12 searches is what it's saying. Before the update, it took an average of 2.5 searches to remove a trap. Ah, fuck, hold on. Oh, she got me, boys. She got me. No. 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 I'm trying to read the forum post about what I think is a buff. And also win a game at the same time. Before the update, it took an average of 2.5 searches to remove a trap, for an average of 10 searches to remove all 4 traps in a match. We have increased the average from 2.5 to 3, so that's a buff. Fair enough, mate. Also, we have completely removed the worst case scenario of 4 or 16 searches to remove the traps. Well, that's the best case scenario for a pig. So pig's performance will be far less prone to RNG weirdness. Yeah, but we don't want to fucking... Here's the thing, we don't want to know about the worst case scenario of 4 maximum searches. I want to know about the apparent best case scenario of 4 one-box searches, you know? I want to know, again, how many of these, if it takes... Someone will figure this out on YouTube, or here. If now, one box... This is what it said. This is what it said. If all 4 traps are removed, it is guaranteed that all 12 searches will be used. For each for each trap, no matter if you have 2 or 6, each trap is worth 3 searches. So Amanda's letter will be 6 total searches have to happen. Regular pig, 12 searches have to happen. 6-box pig, 6, 12, 18 traps have to happen because 18 searches has to happen because 1 trap is worth 3 searches. And then those searches get added up. Regular pig, 3, 6, 9, 12. All those searches have to happen. So what I'm wondering again is I've said this 17 times now, so in the video that you'll be bored of me saying this. How many one search scenarios go into each of these? If there's 2, you have 6 searches. It physically cannot be a one search, right? That's what that means, right? It physically cannot be a one search because there is 6 maximum searches that has to happen. So the minimum you can have is 2 searches and then 4 searches or 2 frees. You know, free search. That's literally it, right? All traps can't be removed unless you do 3 searches. No. All traps, at the end of the game, if you've put all traps on, then 3 searches will have happened on average per each box, guaranteed, is what it says. Like, the way it words it... But again, you wouldn't be able to figure this shit out, because, I guess they're upset. You wouldn't be able to figure this out in the game, because if you figured out, oh, okay, you've got 4 traps, 12 searches, this guy has 4 searches left, you could just leave him and go and continue your endgame and know that he's gonna have a really rough time, right? But basically, look at that. Fuck, hold on one sec. Basically, what it's saying is the trap algorithm has now been changed into searches as opposed to what box you need, ? So you can't get 4 one searches, and you can't get 4 searches, for example. Each trap is worth 3 searches on average. If you have 4 traps, then there will need to have been 12 searches that happened. Oh, I thought the endgame collapse had happened. Let's move this over. I thought the endgame collapse had happened. So this will be a video. I started this game talking about I started in the lobby talking about the forum post, and I went through the game, and I was chasing a Claudette, and a Jill just kept following me around. I'll probably cut it out because it was boring. This Jill just kept following me around, and eventually Claudette went down here, and probably for about 2 or 3 minutes, they all just stood around me looking. And I guess they're upset because Dwight has waited in the entire time we're talking about the mathematics of this situation. And I assume he knows where the hatch is, but Dwight has literally just waited on the hatch, bless him, that whole time. That's how salty some of the survivors we face get. He waited on the hatch and then came to look for me because for some reason, I was chasing the Claudette, the Jill wouldn't leave me alone and was following me for the whole game. And then they ended up with 3 fucking kills. They had 1 gen left, everyone was alive, and I took 1 person and ended up with 3 kills. So that Dwight is goddamn upset. But that is interesting. I'll leave a link to the forum post, but they've basically made it so that you have to have a maximum number of searches per game. No matter how many traps you have, if there's 6 traps, 18 searches have to happen. If there's 4 traps, 12 searches have to happen. If there's 2 traps, 6 searches have to happen. Because there's an average of 3... The word average isn't actually an average. It's just saying that 3 searches have to happen if there's 2 per trap, sorry. Now, someone in the comments, please figure out how many 1 search situations can happen. Because right here it says, if there's 4 traps, you can have a 1 search, you can have 1 search, 1 4 search, 1 3 search, and 1 4 search. That seems pretty strong. If 1 person gets away with 1 search, then the other people have to take on the slack of that, which is quite interesting. So if I hook someone, they get the trap off first try, I know that everyone else that has a trap on is going to have a really rough situation, because you've got the other people, if 1 box comes off, then you've got 3 traps left, and you've got 2 of them will be 4 box, and 1 will be a 3 box, so... But at the expense of having 5 boxes, right? So that's actually huge. I think that's actually really big. I'm so glad they explained that, because I've been calling it a nerf for clickbait purposes and so on. But, I believed it was a nerf because you can't capitalize on the final box. That's really good, because now there's no more 4-1 searches. And there's some games I get where they'll get their trap off first try, and I can just tell by the muscle memory of it. There's also... And it's very rare that will happen where you get fucking a bunch of 4 searches, but that's definitely going to be a video, and hopefully I can get people's opinions on that beyond just the chat, because that's actually quite an explanation there. So I will make that a video, boys, and